become a bit of a classic in my eyes. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. You join me, well, it's way too early, really, for a Sunday. It's 6:50 in the morning and I am travelling, riding up to a friend of mine who's 2 hours away, around about the Northampton area. Riding up to his, getting to his, then jumping into his car and going to, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a kind of motorbike modifier, custom motorbike shop who have transformed his tank from his 2018 Triumph Speed Triple from this to this. Basically, standard red tank to completely stripped of all of the paintwork and given this kind of nice vintage looking bare steel tank, I guess. And if it works, it will transform what the bike looks like. I haven't seen it, cannot wait to see it. It's a bit of a British summer day today, so it says about 21. It says it may start pouring with rain at 5 o'clock, so I won't make the same mistakes I did on the Isle of Wight. I've got all of my waterproofs, panniers packed up, and I'm heading off. I hope to be able to show you some of his, or my friend's bike collection, because he's got 3 bikes, and also I'll see if I can show you inside the custom bike shop. It's going to be a long day. I'm very well prepared, so I've got both of the panniers with, so it'll be about 5 hours traveling one way, bit of lunch, waterproofs, everything in there, and I've been saying for a month, 1 month and over 1,000 miles that I need to at least oil the chain. Guess what? Haven't done it. Over a month. Ridiculous, my maintenance of the bike in general. It's overdue just about every kind of service. And I've just noticed there are very bad grooves in the discs as well. So one day I'll have to do it, but there we go. Perfectly set up for a nice 300-mile round trip. One hour away and I've had to put on an extra layer because it's getting a bit cold, but making good progress. Just filled up and weather's just about holding out, although I've got a feeling, it does feel a bit like it's going to rain in a bit, so fingers crossed. At least if it can hold out until I get to my friend's house, and then we're going in the car from there. And if it rains on the way back, I don't mind as much, but it would be great if I can at least get there and not be soaking for the whole day. Nice ride so far though. Final 20 minutes and this is what I've resorted to. Started the journey in summer gear and gradually my outfit's evolved until now I'm in pretty much my full winter gear, and I don't know what it is. Something about the 3 summer months of the year I cannot accept leaving the flat in winter gear. So I wear my summer gear and almost every time it's the same. I have to add on about 20 minutes to the journey because over the course of the journey I have to add more and more layers until I'm basically just back at winter gear again. And I needed it because even in this gear now, I'm not super warm. How many projects do you have on right now?
About 35.
Wow, wow. Have you noticed that it's got more busy?
Yeah. I used to do cars and bikes, and it got to a point where there were that many bikes coming in there, I just stopped cars.
Oh, you did cars before this?
Yeah, yeah. I've always painted since leaving school.
Yeah.
So I started off at Volkswagen, and then I started working with a bloke in a place sort of like this, which was just me and him, and that was absolutely brilliant. Learned so much off him.
Yeah.
You know, as he covered obviously. I was just doing one side of things, whereas when I went to work with him, I was then covering painting, panel work, filler work.
Yeah.
We were covering everything. So I learned a hell of a lot.
Do you find the modern classics now are way more popular? Have you noticed there's a massive influx of that?
Them on the CB750s, I cannot tell you how many of them I've done, and CBXs. CBXs, you know, in 1980s.
What's the bike that's most in style right now that everyone wants you to do?
Triumphs are massive.
Are they?
Triumphs are massive.
Bonnevilles,
next
the
thing is sort of
Scramblers.
your Hondas.
The Hondas.
Your classic Hondas, your 70s and 80s Hondas.
I've got a CX500 on here. You're doing?
Yeah, I've done a couple of them.
Have you really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just seen this, but look at the quality of that. And your one as well. First time I've actually seen it there. That is so nice. So these are all the finished ones here?
No, not finished yet. So them ones are polished. There's still a little bit of work left on that yellow morning, that's not polished yet. The nose cone tank and tail unit here, which are in metal flake, so they're in mid-process, ready to stripe up for, because that's a radical Ducati. So that'll be going into candy red, candy blue with some metal flake showing through. Well, they're showing through candy red and candy blue, but I'll leave some silver there, some black candy to go in. Just work it all in. This is where it all comes together. Oh, I love that. That's so nice. God, that looks incredible. So this is the tank that we've come to collect today. This is it. Oh, so nice. How long does this take? From start to finish? They vary, everyone's different. I mean, this is working in this one, so this is a director metal clear coat that's gone on first. Then once that's dried, flat it all off. And then you start dropping a black candy, and you keep drop it in, work so much of it out, drop some more on, work it out, drop some more on, work it out, until you've got your darker areas and your lighter areas, and then drop your lettering in, scratch through a little bit, clear coat it all up, flat and polish.
Yeah, there you go, I have to get that. So these, everything here?
Yeah, all not elements, they're not done yet.
Yes.
But all your lettering, striping, everything's all painted on.
No stickers.
No stickers.
Everything painted, everything you see here.
The only one that's got a sticker on is that one on the very top there, which is your warning sort of logo.
Yeah.
Small.
But that's all painted.
Mm-hmm. My bike had got some damage on tank, so it has been repaired, so I'd have to get another tank.
Can you do it if it's had a dented tank? So can you get that result with a dented tank?
If you can get dint out, but you've got to get it's got to be out perfect. It's got to be absolutely perfect. Otherwise, you're going to have that wobble in your steel, which will obviously be in your lacquer.
Yeah.
So you've got to.
Because I'm seriously considering that this isn't my one, but that going on to pretty much my Bonneville. Oh, I'm really thinking that could look good.
I've got a spare Bonneville tank up there.
Do you really?
Yeah, so I mean, that's got paint on it. I don't know if it's the same tank as this. It's the same one, yeah. Only thing with these is, what year's yours?
2010.
So you'd have to see on the badge settle. Because what triumphed with these is, this one has the steel badges.
Yeah, mine doesn't. Yeah.
So these are screwed on.
Yeah.
Yours are plastic ones. Now they had a point on the changeover time. I can't remember what changeover time is. So they were using the original bottoms of the tank, and they got new top skins without holes. But on the changeover point, they were still using these with the holes in. So when you take your badges off,
Yeah.
even though they're stuck on badges, there is holes.
No way, that's really interesting. That's great to know. Luckily mine are just the cheap stuck-on ones, because I've got the base model.
Well, they have little pegs on the
Oh, even on the sticker?
Yes, that go into the holes for you to line them up. And then they stop doing that, they remanufacture.
Do you know the cut-off year?
I can't remember what it is now. Now, I sort of got knowledge up on what we're running with there, and then Luke welded in with an internal strength.
And will you do the welding?
No.
You'll send that off and then you'll paint it.
That comes to me.
Okay,
It's literally a bare metal.
Yeah, because on the Bonnevilles like mine, these just jut out here, but this has this nice bend on the end now. Yeah, that's it.
It comes off like that. So, but I've got them to side panels just to paint to match.
Oh, the shorter side panels.
Yeah, little side panels that just go on to. I've got to paint to match tank.
Yeah. So tank picked up into the boot. Something I found really interesting. They found out when they were stripping the tank that it had been painted 6 times by Triumph before it ever left the Triumph factory. So basically what happens with Triumph, and I think it probably is the same with a lot of manufacturers, a tank gets painted, gets put on the shelf ready to go. Let's say it gets painted in black. And then, for example, Triumph may realise, oh, we need more blue tanks, so they're then repainted in blue. Or, as they're bringing it down off the shelf, it'll get a very tiny scratch and then get repainted, and it may get repainted in another colour. But I've never heard of that. 6 times the tank had been painted, so they could see the 6 different colours from the different layers. So interesting, but really nice place, and I'm actually genuinely quite keen to see if that would look good on my Bonneville. We may even try and fit it today, depending on how in depth it is. So we'll go for a bit of food, hopefully check out another 2 or 3 other bikes, and see how we feel after that. So this is a little bit of a dream setup for me. Garage, freshly painted walls and floors, and straight after it was painted, the 3 bikes are in. You may say, where's the third? Right here. Honda CX500 in parts, frame there, engine here, and then spare engine next to it. That's a bit of a long-term project. But then these two, the Triumph Speed Twin 2018, and a bike that is just starting to become a bit of a classic in my eyes, the original Mark I Triumph Street Triple. This one's had subtle mods done to it, and I think it's one of the nicest ones that I've seen. It's just having the exhaust repaired at the moment, but loads of subtle mods like the rear brake reservoir, carbon, I think that's carbon effect rear, and just everything nicely appointed. But these bikes, for me, this is going to be a classic. I don't know if the values have started rising, but I really think they will on these. And then, of course, as most people know about, that's a very desirable bike, Triumph Speed Twin. Oh, it looks so good with the silver tanks. He's also done, my friend's also done some mods to it, but I always forget what they are. But I do know the back's been tidied up. Looks great with that black number plate, and it's so beautifully done. So there we go, tools and everything. Oh, I'd love a setup like this. Gear for the day. Jacket, this is an Australian company called Blackbird. This is the Black Hawk jacket. It's good for summer. It's meant to also be water resistant actually, although I've never tested it, but it's just a really nice stealth jacket. One thing I would say about Blackbird, I'm 6'1" and 80 kilos. I've got a large Blackbird jacket and a medium. This is a medium. I would recommend getting a medium. Maybe the Aussies are a bit bigger than the Europeans, but I'd go for medium if you're about my size. Jeans, Broga Moto. I'm a big fan of these. Polish company, really nice quality jeans and very, very good fitting, exceptional value as well. TCX X-Blend boots, I think this is Italian company, very high quality. Portuguese company, Nex XG100 helmet. I often don't wear this in the summer because the padding's quite thick, but you could hardly tell it's the summer at the moment, so this is a very good helmet. And finally, from the USA, Tobacco Rough Up gloves, really nice, just cool California vibes gloves. Made it home, raining for probably about the last hour, and I left at 7 o'clock this morning, got back 7:30. That was 5.5 hours riding and about 4.5 hours in the car, so about 10 hours travel today out of about a 12.5 hour day in total. So I am shattered. I was actually borderline falling asleep on the bike, so I'm really glad to be back. But now football's coming on. Monica very kindly is cooking. Thank you so much for coming along with me, and I will see you in the next one.